all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We are Sisters of Leisure, where we living every day and seeking and understanding real events. Real events, you may ask. We all have real events going on in our lives, and we just want to share and network with you all, different individuals who are doing amazing things. And go ahead, Michelle, it's on you.
Okay, I am Michelle. I'm the little sister, and I'm excited to bring with us today on our adventure, our journey. Lawrence Greene, he's an entrepreneur. He is a father. He is a hard worker. He's very ambitious, and he is the owner of LML Ohio Properties LLC in Cleveland, Ohio. And I am just so excited to have you here, Lawrence. How are you doing?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for that introduction. Thank you for asking.
Absolutely. So, okay, so this I always said, me and Tracy, before we get started, like I believe I had like a bit of a meltdown, like 5 seconds prior, and I'm okay now. But I want to say, what made you decide to go into investment real estate?
Yes, that's a good question. So, it wasn't. You know what? It came to me. It wasn't something that I wanted to do. I was actually introduced to it a long time ago. That somebody got me into real estate. I had no idea that I was going to be doing real estate at a young, start at a young age, at the age of 21. I was a bank teller at a bank, and being a teller at the bank, I was just developing a lot of relationships with the customers that would come into the branch. And so there was one particular customer that would come into the branch all the time with these big checks, depositing these checks. And so, he would, these big checks. And so, we started getting to talking, and, he told me what he did. And I was like, well, off the size of the check, I would like to receive checks like that myself.
I know that's right.
Long story short, he became a mentor of mine, but also, he also sold me properties. He helped me get into the real estate business, which also helped me get other friends and colleagues into the business as well. And from there, at the age of 22, I quit my job, and I've been self-employed for 14 years doing real estate.
Look at that.
So, awesome. Yeah. So you didn't go to college or anything. You just pretty much got, like you said, got thrown into this business. So do you think living out your dreams is more important than college, or how do you feel about that? What would you tell your kids or young adults?
That is a good question. So I did go to college for 1 year. I think college should be a decision that your child should allow to make. Yeah. And I think that, being an entrepreneur, and then also like my children's mom, they're an entrepreneur as well. So but she went to college. So, we would give them that option. Like, hey, this is what you could do if you go to college, or you could be entrepreneur, learn a skill, learn a trade, learn how to be entrepreneur. I think college for me, like if you're going to go to college and get in debt, 100,000, 80,000, whatever it may be, I think you should go to a college for something that's going to make you some money. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's really going to, I always tell people to do what they like and do what they love, and then the money will follow. Yeah. But, if you have to go to college, and if you really want to go to college for whatever you want to do in life, I would just say, make sure it's going to do something that's going to, put a smile on your face, and you're not paying off student loans for 10 years or 15, 20 years,
So the struggle is real, and so a part of our journey is to evaluate that, not saying now evaluate our paths in life. And so with that being said, do you tell us some ups and downs? Like, what if someone is thinking about, for what is real estate investment? Like, I don't even know what it is.
So being an entrepreneur is going to have its ups and downs, but also being an employee of a company is going to have its ups and downs as well. Okay. I'd rather have the ups and downs as an entrepreneur and be able to create my own lane, create my own income, and have those ups and downs. But real estate is everywhere. We're all in real estate. Like all of us that's on this live, we're all within some type of real estate structure. You know what I'm saying? So investing in real estate is cool because it's never going to go anywhere. and people are always going to need a place to live. People are always going to need some type of business, some type of office, some type of brick and mortar. So for me, what I've learned is, okay, if I see a distressed property, I know I could take that property and create value in it by investing in it, and then putting a family or a business inside of it to create income, create cash flow. And
Yeah.
people are always going to need property. So real estate is going nowhere. It's here for life.
Okay,
That
so how
is
can people, I'm sorry. So how can people get in touch with you? Do you have a website? Is there a certain location that you have your homes in Cleveland, Ohio? How is that?
Yeah, so I mean, people get in touch with me through phone, through text, or email. I don't have a website right now. I don't have any social media presence. My business is strictly uh, a referral base. So just relationship building. That's actually the number one thing in any type of
Yeah.
business is relationship building. So with me, I do business with people and we build really good relationships. And based off that relationship, they're constantly referring me to more people that want to invest and do business with me. So literally
Yeah.
my business is grown based off relationships alone. I don't have a website, I don't advertise, I don't market, I don't do any of that stuff. And I don't need to. It's just doing good business and building relationships is the key that got me to where I'm at today.
Yeah. And and so like I remember we had a conversation prior. You were like, I'm on a social media fast.
Yes.
And so, and you know what? And I am with you on that. But I want to know why you decided to do the social media fast.
Yeah, you know what? So this is my 4th year doing the social media fast. And I do it every year from August to December. The longest I've gone was like August to March of the following year. And basically I was in some relationship issues, and for me it was like, let me get off this social media to to get my mind right and get focused. And but then what I learned from that is, once I was not doing this all day, scrolling all
Yes.
day, it helped me focus on my business. And so not having that distraction of being social media, not being on social media, I was able to take the time, that screen time that I would normally have on my phone scrolling, looking at
Mm-hmm.
nothing. I took that time and, and invested it into my business. And so now, instead of me scrolling on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever the social media platforms are for 5-6 hours a day, that's 5 or 6 hours I take and invest it into my business to get my business better. So for me, it's a no-brainer, and I love it. Like social media, I don't use social media to make any money. For me, it's more so like I use it to showcase my family, my lifestyle, fun things that I do with my children.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't use it for business, but it's still a distraction because outside of me posting, I'm also scrolling. So the scrolling could be a distraction. People wake up in the morning, first thing they do is check their phone, check probably the weather, the time, whatever, and then they get on social media. Me personally, I would get on social media before I get out the bed. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm on social media at night while I'm in bed. I'm on social media while I'm in the car. I'm on social media when in the house with the kids. Like, it was, for me, it's like, it's a lot. So my thing is, I'm at a place where I know how to turn it off. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I
It's
understand.
healthy.
Go ahead, Cheryl.
No, I was saying it's healthy. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
It is healthy. Now you have 3 beautiful children. So how do you manage that and manage your business life? And then what are you telling your kids as far as well, I don't even know, but how do you just manage your family life, raising your children as a single parent?
Yeah. So
Well, he's
you know
not a
what?
single parent.
Well, no, you co-parent.
Yeah, co-parent. As a co-parent. Yeah, yes.
Yes. So, well, one that reminds me. So, like my business LML is named after my 3 children. So I have London, I have Madison, and I have Lawrence Jr. So 2 girls and boys. So LML. And for me, it's actually very easy. I don't know why, but having children is simple. Whether I have them full time, part time, for me, it's like, I don't know. It's just it's in me when I have my kids to be with them. I think it is a blessing being an entrepreneur because I have that structure and that time to do what I want when I want. So when it comes to being a father for my children, um, you know, they could be with me. I take them to my meetings. I take them to events. We do fun stuff all day. When they're home, if they're home for a week or if one gets sick, I work from home, you know, so it's
Yeah.
kind of cool. And this is before the pandemic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or plan, I like to call it plandemic.
Yeah. The
Before
pandemic.
before the pandemic, you know, I was able to, you know, do what I want with the kids. So for I don't know, it's just like being a father to me is like a blessing. So
Yeah.
I don't take it for granted. No matter what the relationship is with the parent or the other parent, for me, I'm always gonna step up to the plate and do my job as a dad. So like I love my children, but I don't want any more children. But I love the children I have.
Yeah. And they are, you know what? They were at the house today. They're absolutely beautiful. I love
Yes.
And
Baby.
so the pandemic, whatever we calling it today, people. I mean, how are you, what's keeping you solid, you know, grounded in all of the 2020 madness?
You know what? I've been busy. It's been a blessing because I don't know what and why, but uh, lucky for me, and a lot of people that's in the real estate field that do what I do, is like business has picked up more since everything has gone on. A lot of people, I think what happened was people realized that they need more security because people were losing their jobs or getting laid off or temporary layoff. And so a lot of investors who like to be an investor, any one of us could be an investor. Like I could work at Walmart as a cashier or a manager, and I could still be an investor. You know, invest my 401k or whatever savings I have, I could invest and buy real estate. So due to the pandemic, whatever you want to call it, people started buying more real estate. They started buying more houses and buying rental property for security. And they're like, you know, I want to get property and put people in here to pay me rent for cash flow. So I mean, it's for me, it's worked out. It's kept me busy. Like 2020 has been an extremely busy year here in Cleveland, at least on the real estate side. I mean, it's been busy.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know what? You said in Cleveland, and we just seen you. So what is it? About what, 25 degrees today?
You know what? It's raining right now. It's a little cold. I have my heat on. Okay.
Wow.
It's well, you know what? It's 55 degrees right now. But this week is gonna get in the 70s, in the low 70s, but it's getting cold.
But see, wait a minute, I turned my heat on already too, though.
Really?
Oh, you're gonna have to turn that off when I get over there tonight, because I can't deal with that.
Yeah, I did. I turned it because in the morning it get cold, and I turn my heat on in the morning time. I did.
Yeah, my thermostat's on like 70, 71.
So what is your focus? What's your plans for the future? What do you want to do in the future as far as maybe relationship wise, or, you know, maybe traveling? What's going on with you in that area?
Yeah. Because girls, now let me just tell you, I'm gonna stop before you answer. You know, people want to know who you is. Who are you? Who is this fella?
Yeah.
And so, you know, I'm like, look, you know, we'll see. You know, they want you're single, you're looking. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So as of right now, I am single, but I am not. I don't know what the future holds. I know for me right now, I am not interested in like trying to get into a relationship and having a girlfriend. One, I even hate the term girlfriend.
Yeah.
But you know, I travel all the time. So traveling is nothing. You know, I've traveled every month pretty much. And other than that, my focus really is just building my business and taking things to another level. One of my goals for this year and next year is I want to buy each of my children their first rental property. So starting with the oldest, so starting with Madison and going down to London and LJ. So that is like my biggest thing. And then outside of that, you know, the relationship, you know, I date, you know what I'm saying? I'm dating, but people I date, I let them know, like, listen, I'm just here to hang out and have a good time. If you start catching feelings and you want a relationship,
no, you did not.
Not where I'm at right now. So if anybody wants to talk to me, I ain't looking for no relationship right now.
But that's okay though. I mean, you know, you got choices and you can make those decisions.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm focused.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, because in your focus, now let's get there. So you're focused, and you're focused on building your brand, your name, your net worth. What about inside, spiritually? Where are you at with that?
So I would say I'm at a really good place. Like I'm, physically, I work out every day. I do 2 miles. I try to do 2 miles a day, so I worked out today. Health wise, I'm back to being a vegetarian. I know I was just with y'all eating at Hattie B's the other week, but I told myself starting October 1st, which is only 4 days into the month, that I'm back vegetarian. I was a vegetarian for almost 2 years. And so for me, it's easy, but I'm back vegetarian. So the last 4 days, I haven't had any type of meat. And I'm going to stick with that for a while. So vegetarian, working out. Spiritually, I read my word every morning on the little app. I got the little Bible app. So I read the word of the day. But that, honestly, spiritually, that's as far as it go. I'm not really, since church has been closed, I know they do the thing online, but I ain't going to lie. Sunday mornings, I just like to I work out and just chill. I'm not looking at the service online on Sundays. But I tell you this though. I really do miss going to church on Sundays and Wednesdays. The online thing
wait a
is
minute. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it's not even about that. I'm not even talking about going to church. I'm talking about because I'm talking about are you meditating, just trying to clear your brain, because a lot is going on. It's a mess out here, people.
Yeah.
And so my thing is this: it's such a situation where I just feel like if we don't realize that there's a lot going on, that we have to kind of get grounded in our not going to church necessarily, but our spirituality and who we are as
it's like you got
beings.
to self-care is so important. Like, just take care of yourself. Like you say, you work
exactly
in the morning.
Exactly.
That when you do stuff like that, you get more focused, to me, and have your spiritual grounding. You can be more focused. You have your spiritual grounding, and you feel better. You feel so better.
I feel great.
You look great.
Thank you.
You're tossing over there. You're glowing.
For real, I can sew the whole, I don't know what you're sitting in front of or
bye
or whatever, but it's beautiful. Like, I can see, and and it is a physical journey as long as a spiritual journey. I do believe the two go hand in hand. See, sister, that's the truth. They go hand in hand.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. See?
Yeah. I mean, my thing right now, I mean, this, I would say I would say I would lack a little of the spiritual, just because I do miss service. Like, that was going to Bible studies on Wednesdays was great. Going to church Sunday mornings was really great. And so I do miss that. Like, that was a good thing. But I feel like I'm not going crazy over here. Like, I'm healthy. No. I eat healthy. I work out. My business is good. My finances are great. I'm debt free. And so it's just like, my kids are healthy. They're well taken care of. I don't have any mental issues. I'm not thinking about doing anything crazy. Like, I just stay in my lane, just try to provide for my family, and just really just grind and work, and then stay healthy and shape. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, that is important. Those two things go hand in, because your body is your temple anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's so good to just take care of yourself.
Yeah. That is huge, because I know my struggle is so real. And I just, I know I have to get to that location. But anyway, we're gonna talk about me and my weight though.
Y'all look good. You look good.
Thank you. But for real. So, but in saying that, but what would you tell your younger self? Like, as we grow, because you're young. How old are you?
I'm 36. Y'all see the gray hairs in my beard.
I see, but that's
36. Okay.
This come from my dad, right?
Yeah,
definitely that.
That's all him. I'm blaming that on him. But you know what? I am thankful for this though. I'm thankful for this.
Yeah. You got a whole head, cause
you got a whole full head. I don't got none. What happened?
How did that work out? But what would you tell your younger self? Like, what do you like as you grow older and get older and mature? What would you tell, like, if you were your 18-year-old, you're 32, 36, whatever you said, and then you talk to your 18-year-old self, your 20-year-old self?
That's a really good question. Nobody's never asked me that question before.
Okay.
So the first thing I would tell myself would be to what's a good thing, how you say it? I would say learn how to save more and not when it comes to like, we all go through those stages where we just blow money just to blow money, and so I've definitely gone through that stage at a very young age where I blew a lot of money, unnecessary money that could have put me in position to be better off where I'm at now. Learn how to establish your credit and to keep credit. I would tell myself to to date and stick to only one woman. Okay. And if you fall in love, love on that woman, and don't step outside your marriage. It's really important. So I would tell my younger self that. And I would also tell my younger self to I love my children, but I would tell my younger self to wait to have kids. I would tell my younger self to get married, travel, establish a good foundation with your wife, do things together, and then later on down the line have children.
Don't be old like Michelle though, because she got little kids.
You know what? And you know what? And that is a thing. You got on a good point right there. Because I have friends now that are like, they're my age, they're 36. They weren't married, but they had kids when they were 20, and 19, and they probably went through those struggles in their earlier years. But now their kids is grown, and they still, and to me, they still young. They got grown kids. They can do what they want. Yeah. And so one thing is like, and then on the other hand, it's like, you can have all that fun time and then have kids, mid-30s. But then it's like you got a brand new baby, 40 years old with a 3-year-old. It's like that's tough.
Yeah, because I get this a lot.
I was a statistic, whatever how you pronounce that word. I had mine way young, and I was married, but they grown, and honey, oh, it feels so good.
I bet.
Well, but see, I mean, okay. but I have to say, having two a 7 and a 10-year-old, I enjoy seeing them. Like, I really do feel like, because when I was younger, we're a little bit younger than you. Like, I never forget, I had bought a new car. We was going to Ohio to see my niece graduate, and my niece, the youngest one, she spilled some chocolate milk on my seatbelt and on her shirt, but I wiped off my seatbelt, and my sister was like, "What are you doing? Why would you just wipe off your seatbelt and not wipe off her shirt?" I was just like, "Why wipe? That's your job, But I mean, I wasn't mentally, like, I was so self-absorbed, But now I feel like I can enjoy their upbringing a little bit. Now my car looks like Tracy's car, like he used to look back in the day.
I can't say this in my opinion. 2 children is easier than 1.
Yes.
They have each other.
I'm actually happy I had like my youngest 2 back to back. Because I really couldn't imagine just having just 1. Like the one, they need all your time, all your attention.
And your attention.
I have a friend now, my good friend Danielle. She has a daughter, and she it was funny. We were like, this is like when the whole thing first started with the whole pandemic, and everybody's at home with their kids. Parents is going crazy, drinking wine, a glass of wine every night, pulling their hair out. And she's like, and and this is, I have my social media. So on my social media, my kids and I, we having a good time, and they get to run around the house and they're playing. And she calls me, was like, I don't understand how you do it. She was like, this is so stressful. I only got the one and you got, you got more than one. And I'm like, because two is easier than one. The two, they entertain each other all day long.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm tired of playing with my daughter all day and going outside. She said she was tired of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
my kids don't pull on me like that because they have each other to pull on.
Yeah.
So
And it's
two is
so much
easier than
better.
one.
Yes,
It is so
I
much better.
agree, because my husband at the time and we would look and Jaleel would be trying to pull us down and play on the mat and all. Like, I'm like, we was like, he need a friend. And so I tell the oldest one all the time, I said, you asked for him. I said, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Birthday.
Right.
There you go.
You got
He
your
all
brother.
yours,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we just wanted to know. So wait a minute, I have a question for you. So
Yes.
when it came to your real estate investment, we're gonna kind of switch back to that real quick. Did you have to have like money down? Like, how do you even begin to start that process?
No. So when I started, this was once again 15 years ago when I bought my first house. And back then I was 21. So I was living at home. I had no debt. I had for me, it was a good job. And so I obtained mortgages for the properties I had bought. So I didn't have to have money down. But and they were 30-year mortgages. Now it hasn't been 30 years. I don't own any of those houses anymore because I did file bankruptcy and lost them all once the economy crashed. But I started off with no money down, decent credit, and just had a job, but I was debt. So my income to debt ratio was good. And I just got mortgages. And then based off me turning them into rental properties, the bank saw that, okay, now he has his debt, but my mortgage payment was $400, but I'm getting $800 in rent. And so the bank saw that as additional income. So with that being additional income, they loaned to me again to buy my second house and my third and my fourth and my fifth and my sixth. So I ended up buying 8 houses within a 12-month time frame.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had eight mortgages, but after maybe 3 years, the economy crashed and the value of the property went down and things got rough. And so I let them all go. But in those first 3 years, I've learned so much about the real estate game that I had started a management business, and the management business sustained me once I lost all of the income from my rental properties. And then since then, I just buy houses cash. But Cleveland real estate is cheap. So when I say cash, I'm not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on a house. Like I bought a house 5 years ago for $6,000. Bought one for 10. Bought one for 15 and 20 and 30. So building my capital up, and now I just buy houses cash. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well, Lawrence Greene, we appreciate you for being on the show. You are absolutely handsome and amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And we just want to thank everybody for watching. I mean, this is a joy and such an amazing treat to be doing this. We look forward to networking with many other people, sharing their story, lifting them up, loving on them, hugging on them virtually. And just appreciate you. And we appreciate KAZ Radio for just allowing us to use this platform to, share with the people what's going on during this time. And just, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
We really do.
We're going to have many more conversations. Go ahead.
Yeah, many more. And I also like to thank our sponsor. And our sponsor is Chosen Bath and Body. She has amazing products. She has creams. She has soaps. She is an amazing young lady. And we are very proud of her. And she has great sense too. I mean, this stuff is really on point,
What's her website?
It is Chosen Bath and Body on Instagram and on Facebook, Chosen Bath and Body. And we also like to thank KAZ Radio, located in Cleveland, Ohio, and our KAZ family. We really appreciate you. We thank you for welcoming us into the family. And, we'll catch up next time, because you know what it is. We're here to uplift, love, and just do what we do, because we are living every day and seeking and understanding real events. That's what we're doing.
So Lauren, you will come back on again though, right?
Of course.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited. And thank you so much for sharing. And I can't wait to see you. We got to get up to Cleveland soon.
Yes.
Yes.
I want to come
down there. Yeah. Don't come. This is not the time. Unless you want to come and experience some snow next month in December.
Anyway, we love y'all.
Bye, y'all.
We'll catch up.
All right, y'all.
Love you.